level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all. Living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chillin' with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, level up. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, level up. Never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up.
What's going on, people? Family Tam here from LevelWarGaming.com, man. Congratulations, you guys leveled up to 136. This is the Double XP podcast. Now, I do want to apologize if you guys are seeing something weird on the YouTube right now. I made a boo-boo. It tends to happen sometimes when you are high on life, drinking the eggnog, getting ready for Christmas, getting ready for this break. So I apologize. I will be fixing the header, the thumbnail, all that good stuff here as we get going. Now, we're going to keep it light today. We're going to have some fun. I actually got a fun little video that I would like to play. And the reason a couple of things just popped up, right? At level one, we love music. We love video games. We love music, right? We have a lifestyle section on our website that covers music, right? And then as well, the original notion of 2XP was 2 Xbox, 2 PlayStation. It was just a classic, we stick to each side. We're going to debate what side is better on different topics every day. Then we evolved it into something different. So going and playing this video today that I found recently, which I'm going to link the creator in the comment section. In the description. I found it funny. And so we're actually going to go over that in a little bit. But first, we're going to start with the introductions. The man with the clamps, Citizen Snips.
What's going on, everybody? Glad to be here. It's another wonderful Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like super tired. I might like die, so if y'all see me just go unconscious mid podcast, I'm probably okay. No need to be alarmed. We'll figure it out after the show. But I'm gonna stick in there. I'm gonna keep it going as much as I can. We got another wonderful guest with us this week, so I'm ready, man. We got more things wrong with Cyberpunk and some other cool stuff to talk about. I don't even know what the surprise fame is talking about, so I'm curious to see what that is. I'm excited, man. I don't even know what's coming, and I'm hyped now.
And I do see exactly what and this wasn't me, Restream didn't update the title, but I'm going to go update right there right now. But next up, we got my right hand, man, the floor hugger with the hard R. Update right there right now. But next up, we got...
안녕하세요, 여러분. How are you guys doing? We are doing our last show of the year. We have codes to give away, a video to watch. We're going to give away the rest of the Battletoad codes. And got some suggestions for you. Got our marvelous guest looking like a snack up in the corner. And I am excited to just spend a couple days before Christmas with you guys and bring in 2021 with some shenanigans.
Next up, got the homie DALLAZ. Man.
I felt like that was a little off, but hey, what's happening, man? I'm sorry that I sound like I'm like swirling down the toilet bowl right now. Like, it happens sometimes. Players mess up too. I'm more remote than usual this time around, so it kind of is what it is. But
it's almost in Canada.
Almost in Canada, eh? And I'm just like, look, man, I couldn't miss. I'm just like, first time Lord Cognito came. Like it just didn't work. Wanted it to work out, and like I just couldn't miss out on this one too. So it is what it is. Let's go.
Unfortunately, we do not have Demigod here with us today, but you guys know the half man, half God will be in the comments section below, chit chatting and having a good time with us. He had to pull out the Smith and Wesson to cap some foods, living in a good old Chirac. So, you know, if he survives, we'll see him in 2021. Once again, we do have a guest with us today. Now, we tried to have him on a few months ago. But Discord was like, that's too much black excellence on that podcast. You cannot have the Lord in there with y'all. That is too much. Check back at a later time. Today is that later time. Today, we got the man from Lognet, the man from Lords of Gaming, the Lord himself, Lord Cognito. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's happening, man? Good to be back. I'm leveling up, man. Oh, man, Double XP. You know, I got love for y'all. It's all good. Level1gaming.com. Moving and shaking out here. So that's good to see, man. I love to see, you know, just entrepreneurship and things moving for y'all. Shout out to the cars at the fire department. I told you I was going to go by. But yeah, good to be here. Good to be here, man. Can't wait. Fun show. Some topics. And we had to do this thing the right way once again. So let's have some fun.
So before we get going really quick, every Sunday is the Lord's Day. And we ain't talking about your church. We're talking about the Iron Lord podcast every Sunday. And one thing that I absolutely love about your show, and it kind of brings it back to me and my team, is that, well, even further than that, because you and David, you guys have known each other forever.
That's my heart.
And I'm looking at pictures of you guys back, and I'm like, yo, that's why they have such like dope camaraderie. So how did y'all get from, you know, where y'all were when y'all was growing up to deciding, hey, let's start this podcast? And like, how did that even happen?
Yeah, like again, as you saw, like we put up some flashback Friday type pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They way old. Your boy's looking very skinny in the face. But yeah, man, like it all started from the Saturdays at my crib. Shout out to Mama Cognito, man, dealing with like whole bunch of crazy kids from the South Bronx all piled up in one house playing video games. But that was my way so she could get us off. I mean, I could get off the street and still, you know what I'm saying? She know where I'm at and she wouldn't give me a hard time. So that was the sell. Like, okay, you saying I can't go here. I can't do this. I'm wild and I'm doing this. But now you know where I'm at and I'm with my people and we playing games. So I won her over with that. And as far as, you know, pretty much everybody on the block. Everybody came through on Saturdays to my crib. Have fun, and then as we got older, we transitioned. You know, Xbox Live comes out. Everybody's either married or moved and stuff like that. What ends up happening is, you know, I think I shout out Anchorman is a lot of catalysts for a lot of things, man. So I got to shout out Anchorman. And you know, we'd be in parties, and I'd have some of the crew in the Xbox Live party. He'd be like, "Cog, this is a podcast." Like he would say that. He'd be like, "Yo, y'all are hilarious." Like we just, you know, bug out. And then I gotta shout out my boy Addict because he pushed me. Like to me, fam, I'm old, man. So I'm like, he like, yo, we should do a podcast. So I'm like, bro, that's young boy stuff. Like I'm too old to be like who want to listen to me? Like that's how I look at it. Like so, obviously, you know, Iron Lords originated from Destiny. So you know, we used to play. Me and Addict used to play Destiny hard body. So like. That was my guy. Like I actually convinced him to play Destiny, but he was like, "Nah, that game's trash." And I was like, "Yo, if you play with me and do a raid, I said if you still don't like it, I'll buy the game for you, so that you don't take the hit on picking it up yourself." So he did it, and he's been addicted ever since. So once we started rocking, and I said, "Okay, I'll do the podcast, but I'll be a guest on your podcast," and it was just Destiny only. And then we kept doing it, and people was like, "Yo, we like y'all, but we don't like Destiny." So it was like, if y'all talk about other stuff, you know, we might rock. So then we did, we expanded it to gaming news, and then as it started going, and then I ain't gonna front, I was feeling it. I was like, "Yo, I kind of like this."
I like this,
yeah. I just kept going with it, and then he was like, "Yo, you need the host," and I'm like, "All right," and then we switched it from there. So shout out to Addict. Shout out to Anchorman. Those are the unsung heroes as far as the YouTube side. But as far as the you know, back in the day, Solve Child, I know Solve since the 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? Like King, that's fam. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And there's more lords y'all don't know about that. We want to get on camera because they so damn funny and entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bunch of us. We just try to do this thing, man. Bring y'all some fun on some Sundays.
That's what's up, man. So every Sunday, man, you guys, it's the Lord's Day. You guys have any more podcasts for the rest of the year, or you guys are done for the rest of the year?
Yeah, we done, man. Because like I said, we talk offline. Like just need a little break to recharge the battery. Christmas, New Year's, You know, I do Last Word. I do the Destiny Only podcast, which is on Fridays, the Last Word, with my brother Evantis, you know what I'm saying, from Texas. Shout out to Texas, Dallas, you know what I'm saying? And you know, we actually say, let's take a break on that. And then King does King of the Statues. Again, if you're into the statues, if you're into comics, you into all of that. Even if you don't like statues, man, I tell people check it out because he'll give you the history on the character for real. Like and stuff I didn't even know about, some of my favorite Marvel or DC or anime. He's into all of that. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, we're gonna shut it down just for the rest of the year, just recharge 2021, come back strong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fun stuff playing.
That's what's up, man. Make sure you got to check him out every Sunday. I did the podcast before, and I'm telling you right now, y'all know me. I'm not a sit still, long time type person. I'm like, y'all need to get in and out. Them 3 hours went by. My wife was in the room pissed.
That's true.
Big man, like you sit here, I'm like, but I was having so much fun, bro. Like didn't want the show to end. We was having a good time vibing, but my wife was pissed. I'm like, next time I'm gonna let her know if I come on the Iron Lord, like, wife, letting you know. It's gonna be a minute.
I'm sorry. Huggy,
Sundays is the Iron Lords podcast and football day. That's all that you do on Sundays.
That's
you
it.
watch football and you listen to their show.
Appreciate you.
That's all you should do.
Appreciate you, Huggy.
So listen.
Except for Dallas. Dallas don't watch football. And I know Dallas be looking like a shadow person right now because he doesn't have his lights on. But like
Man,
that's
same.
Dallas, okay?
I look like a character that ain't been unlocked yet.
Yo,
Yes, like-
on the phone. That's kind of true.
You look like
the silhouette. Yo, Dallas,
he like you about to pull that Benny down and get you for your PS5 here in a minute.
I look like what happened
Dallas
before
be on
you
the
make
next
Edit Man.
Def Jam game.
Hey, don't play. I got the do-rag on deck.
Yep. He's in the next Def Jam game.
Do-rag
Confirmed.
review.
He's just not unlocked yet.
He just checking out statistics.
Dallas,
Go ahead, break out the Black and Mild next. You're gonna just keep checking out statistics.
Oh no, hold on. I got. Oh no, I don't. We're not doing that on camera.
Oh yeah, no.
No, sir.
We're gonna keep the devil's lettuce.
Crazy. Oh no, we not gonna get that demonetization.
Nope.
So, Fame,
Man.
before we get into topics, let's toss out a PlayStation or what is it, Xbox and Steam code for
Yeah.
Battletoads.
Let's do that. Let me.
I can't remember where our list is.
I got
Well,
it
we got
pulled up
these.
here.
From AJ, guys go on to Level 1 Gaming, and it's under Level 1 Originals. We interviewed AJ from Delilah Studios, just a brilliant man who is funny. Probably doesn't get to show it a lot in interviews, like our good Lord here looking like Snack in the corner. Really funny. Just a nice guy. Just go follow him, Delilah Studios. And, you know, sometimes I ask questions that maybe shouldn't be asked. I just asked him, like, what about that art style? Fam, we need to get an interview with the Streets of Rage people because I just want to ask, what about that art style, though?
I'm not able to hit paste. Let me
You mean
paste it in there.
another interview with the Streets of Rage people because Tips ran one.
From PAX, I did
That's
ask
true.
him about the art style.
Yeah.
It says salute. That's what's up. Look at the flex. Look at the flex. I see that reporting right there. I like that. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna get
My
us
favorite
right into
part of the whole interview was his name was Arnaud, French dude, right?
Yeah.
And when I said his name, like I'm pretty sure it's not 100% perfect pronunciation, but you can see him like raise his eyebrows.
He's like, oh,
like dude didn't outright butcher my name. Oh shit.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
All right. So
Always
boom,
nice.
Steam code in the
You
chat.
can kind of get it.
1 minute. We're gonna keep it going. So check it. What we're about to do is I'm gonna need everybody on the panel, as we talked about before. You guys head over to the YouTube channel. I'm about to play this first part. Now, what this is, it's a guy by Harvey Seasalt, I believe. Like I'm gonna link him in the description. Did this video I thought was freaking hilarious. As you guys know, the new gen just started, PS5 versus Series X, and it's actually a PS5 versus Series X rap battle, right? And when I first heard this, I instantly thought of Dallas. I'm like, yo, I gotta have Dallas hear this. I want to get his reactions. I want to get the whole panel's reaction. So the video starts with PlayStation 5. I'm gonna play the PlayStation 5's part. We'll come back, and then we'll play the Xbox Series X version. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it over here. So you guys wanna go ahead and unmute it? We're gonna count down 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go.
We got my boy Xbox Series X. PS5, you're up first. You ready? No doubt, no doubt. Kick this shit. First things first, my body's curvier than Rainbow Road. You look like an old refrigerator covered in mold. You ugly, and my controller's got that haptic feedback. You'll feel it in your knuckles when I smash your kneecaps, punk. I got Spider-Man and God of War. You got a stupid ass gorilla, bro. Your lineup's a bore. And Game Pass, what the fuck kind of trash is that? A bunch of old 360 games that all suck ass. I got Ratchet, Clank, Nate, Jack, Dax, and Crash. You got Master Bitch, Roy Bitch, and Bitch that goes fast. Suck it, you ain't even worthy of battling me. I'ma pass you to my little bro PS3, you pussy. Woo!
Yo, straight wildin', right?
Oh,
I want to start with the homie Dallas.
bars.
Dallas, what you think about what this man did, man? Definitely. Let me see what you think.
Man, low key, I kind of didn't expect them bars to be that good. Like, right? I'm with that. For real. So, okay, so he actually touched all the points that I expected him to touch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he didn't hit the classic, oh, well, y'all ain't got no games. Oh, yeah, pause. He didn't hit the classic, oh, y'all ain't got no games. He roasted the 3 games that were available. It's the way it went. You know what? I'm with that. I didn't see the I saw the refrigerator thing coming, but the mold thing kind of slapped me in the back of the head too. I'm with it.
Yo, Cog, he said Master Bitch, Roy Bitch, and Bitch that goes fast.
Go fast. Hey, the only thing that would have made that punchline hit harder was a picture of Vin Diesel.
He kind of came for the joint, but he flipped it on. I knew he was gonna come for the no games joint, but it's like Dallas said, the way he flipped it with the 3 and it just attacked. Damn. All right, I see you.
It was definitely the only thing I didn't, as far as this goes, I thought was like kind of lame was the whole PS3 thing. I didn't kind of get like, you know, why. Like I didn't really understand that part, but the whole thing to me was straight fire. Snips, what you think, bro?
Pretty good, man. It was not bad. Like you guys said, I like the fact that he tried to. He didn't just gloss over the games. He attacked like their few major franchises that they have. And even if you didn't watch the video, you Master Bitch, you're like, oh, okay, Master Bitch. Oh, that's yours because they're all roided up.
The gears what got
goes
me.
fast, and you're like, oh, Forza, dang, like he got him. He got him. Hit him with that combo. And I will say at the end, the only reason he brought up PS3 is because PS4 didn't rhyme with the line, so he had to go one generation back.
So
he used the word 3 to make it rhyme.
Like he cashed out at the end. Was like, yeah, I'm gonna pass you a little PS3. Hugger, your thoughts, bitch that goes fast.
Yo, at first, when we loaded in, I was like, what in the early Newgrounds bullshit is this? Like, I was like, what is this? Where did you find this? And then he started spitting bars, like Dal says, bars that I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see the rebuttal because he laid it down and I just gotta respect it.
I bet. All right, that's where we going. We going for part 2. So y'all head over. Let's get this thing going.
Go.
Finger my ass and call me Francis. That is how you rap battle, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, Xbox Series X, you're up next. You ready? Y'all kick this shit. Okay, finally it's time for Big Daddy to bust back. You think I'm ugly, bitch? You look like Megatron's nutsack. You talking games, bro? Don't even touch that. I'll send my Sea of Thieves to go and eat up your bug snacks. And you don't want no beef with Big Chief. He'll swallow Astro up and pick the gears out his teeth. Bitch, I'm more powerful, my graphics they pop. Got 12 bullets in the Glock, call them my teraflops. So don't be talking no shit, you better respect the X, or I'll send Bill Gates to Tokyo to come for your next, suckers. The PS stands for pitiful shit, and the 5 is for how many games your hard drive can fit. Bro, you soft. God damn.
Yo! Okay. The 5 stands for how many games your hard drive can fit. Dallas.
Wow.
That's it.
Man.
We're
That's it.
That right there? Hold on, let me rewind real quick.
where's the Hustle, we're gonna link it in the description during the show. Fame is gonna work on that, and you guys can see this.
I'm gonna get that link. If y'all want it, I can play it all the way through. we can play this part all the way through, but I want to get y'all thoughts about this really fast. I want to start with the guest call. No, go ahead, D.
Yo.
I just wanted to say this out loud, just because like, y'all got that line at the end, y'all fixated on that. But the dopest thing in that whole thing, I send my sea of thieves to come and eat up your bugs.
That's not bars. I ain't gonna front.
Yo.
I'm surprised. That's the one you like. But you say I'm ugly, but you look like Optimus's nutsack. Come on.
Bro.
For me, the goons, why he had to send Bill Gates the goons?
My man said Bill Gates.
Like he had the shooters on deck. Like, yo, we'll see you.
Listen, Bill Gates is chilling in his villa, one of his many villas somewhere right now. Mind his own business. Let that man rest in peace. We're bringing him in right now, all right?
Damn.
One of his mini villas. That was a nice comeback.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It's just a fire battle. Like, not one side is too crazy, not one side is like overpowering. It's somebody who probably likes, I don't know who this guy is, respects both sides and just had to roast each other.
Yeah.
What do you say? You don't want no beef with Big Chief? He'll swallow up Astrod and pick the gears out his teeth. Looks like yo.
All that needed is the little PC Master Race guy in the background to really start a battle. Oh, Dallas, did you hit that Konami code and now we can see your face in there?
Yeah, I saw them punch like the up, down, left, right, square, circle thing.
Yeah. Did you just put something on that's in day mode or like bright mode?
Bright mode. Oh, that's legit. Just my phone sitting on the laptop.
Yo,
that was fire.
Honest to God, that thing was all the way fire. And so what I'm about to do is I'm gonna play both parts for the people who just came in, so they can understand why we so hype. I just want to say this both sides this is why I love about the console war. Like this is the console war, right? And all this stuff y'all doing, F your mama, let me D-dog shit. Like this is what the console. This was what I remember it being fun. You making fun of stuff, and we're just having a good time, right? So I'm gonna go back once again. Harvey Seasalt, I'm gonna have him linked in the description, so you guys check out the actual video, give this man credit, and I'm gonna play it for the people who just came in, so you guys can hit it one more time. So one more time, here we go.
Xbox Series X. PS5, you're up first. You ready? No doubt.
So much.
Kick this shit. First things first, my body's curvier than Rainbow Road. You look like an old refrigerator covered in mold. Ugly, and my controller's got that haptic feedback. You'll feel it in your knuckles when I smash your kneecaps, punk. I got Spider-Man and God of War. You got a stupid ass gorilla, bro. Your lineup's a bore. And Game Pass, what the fuck kind of trash is that? A bunch of old 360 games that all suck ass. I got Ratchet, Clank, Nate, Jack, Dax, and Crash. You got Master Bitch, Roy Bitch, and
bitch that goes fast.
Suck it. You ain't even worthy of battling me. I'ma pass you to my little bro PS3, you pussy. Woo! Well, finger my.
All right, I'm gonna scroll up for the folks. That was the PlayStation part. We're gonna kick it over to Xbox. Here we go.
Hey, finally, it's time for Big Daddy to bust back. You think I'm ugly, bitch?
So
you look
much
like Megatron's
work
nutsack.
for this.
You talking games, bro? Don't even touch that.
Like the animation is like whatever, but just like the wordplay.
And you don't want no beef with Big Chief. He'll swallow Astro up and pick the gears out his teeth. Bitch, I'm more powerful, my graphics they pop. Got 12 bullets in the Glock, call them my teraflops. So
we didn't even catch that the first time.
You better respect the X, or I'll send Bill Gates to Tokyo to come for your next, suckers. The PS stands for pitiful shit, and the 5 is for how many games your hard drive can fit. Broken soft. God.
Yo, that man, I didn't even catch that when he said 12 bullets at my Glock. I call it the teraflops. Yo. Straight bars, bro. Straight bars.
What, though?
That's fire.
If I was judging this, like if this was a legit battle, and I was judging this, I'd give it to Xbox.
Word. Just off of wordplay alone.
The wordplay was better. Like it was more consistently better.
Mm-hmm. I think the PlayStation one had like, I'm curvier than Rainbow Road hits right off the bat, and then you kind of blank out for the rest, and then you hear the fast bitch, and you're like, oh yeah.
The Rainbow Road line was kind of pause worthy though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Because you strong as Dallas, according to
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yo. So I definitely want to play that, man. I wanted to have some fun, man. Because like I said, this what the console war is about. And you know,
how did you even find that?
I have no idea why my you fall down a rabbit hole on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm gonna switch this up here.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't miss this.
Right?
I'm so glad I didn't miss this much.
I'm gonna get this back up.
But Fame is gonna link all this, and we will be putting this on the site so you guys can show this guy some love. Because how many views does he have?
I think it's almost 500,000 so far. So I just linked it in the description. If you guys want, I just saved it and updated it. So if you guys want to go check him out or give that man a like, hey, shoot, let him know that you came over from level 1. That's how you heard about it. You know, if you want to, you ain't got to, but you know,
for real.
I'm just saying.
Even if you don't want to, it's the honorable thing to do. I mean,
no doubt,
definitely. But that's pure entertainment right there. Like, that's what they come on YouTube for, man. Because the whole let's get 7 guys on a podcast and fight for 6 hours, like them days, bro. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it no more.
I agree.
And I already had a handful of musical content coming in the near future, but that just kind of inspired me to get like to do some more stuff, to get my stuff together and come outside that box a little bit.
No doubt.
Yeah. Dallas, now that you've unlocked your cheat code, you know, it must be lunchtime because my tummy's rumbling and you're looking like a snack. I can't help myself. I'm on some weird shit today.
Yo,
I'm with it. You gave me earlier. You gave me my favorite pickup line ever, and I swear I'll be using it. What'd you say? Did it hurt when you fell from the vending machine? Because
you a snack.
Did it hurt when you fell from the vending machine? That is perfect.
So let's technically go into our first topic, and it's Master Bitch. So, a few days ago, one of the producers at 343 LinkedIn profile was seen, and it said that he was working on Halo Infinite, and he only mentioned the Xbox Series X, S, and PC. As you guys know, we've talked about this on the podcast before, whether or not we felt like the Xbox One version of this game should be canceled. Well, the I don't want to mispronounce his job title, marketing manager, I believe, at 343, has come out and said, hey, that just has to be updated. Halo Infinite will still launch on the Xbox One in 2021. So I'm going to start with our guests here and sort of think about what fans have been wanting and seeing how after Halo Infinite, that's pretty much the last hurrah for the Xbox One, and seeing kind of the damage that Cyberpunk took with the Xbox One PS4 versions of Cyberpunk. What do you think about this move, about this game really truly being on Xbox One fall 2021?
I am so glad you asked this topic because this is a funny one with the Lords too. Because we got a bet in the knee on this one.
Okay.
Because King and Addict are like, yo, they're gonna scrap the Xbox One version because this is in the heat of the CD Projekt Red stuff. Obviously, we see what's coming out. Those versions definitely running very bad. People are getting refunds. So I said, look, I feel y'all. I would like that to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I felt that, one, they're too married to that ecosystem. And then they already made that bold statement coming out that their whole marketing was like, we're not leaving anyone behind those first, 1 to 2 years, right? So although I want it to happen from a game design standpoint, that it could just be a focus, Halo Infinite, on next-gen platforms, I knew they were not going to walk that back. So when the news first broke, Fame, and that one guy, he was like, yo, and it only said Xbox next gen PC, next gen Series X, whatever. They shot at me. Yeah, Carl, you gonna bend the knee now because look. And I was like, hold up. That's one guy, LinkedIn profile, and I've seen these scenarios before. I said, until it comes from the studio head or something of that nature, chill out, relax. So today when the news broke, I tweeted, yo, because me and Salva on the side that Xbox One is not going, they're going to have a version. So I was like, yo, I like to smell the fresh knees in the morning. How you feel about this. So King at it goes. King's like, they're lying. It's still not gonna happen. It's gonna be a X Cloud situation. I'm like, bro, you hold it on, and I respect it. I respect you holding on to the very end. But look, at the end of the day, I just didn't see them. All jokes aside, I didn't see them walking that back. From a PR standpoint, I think it would look really bad. And let's be real, as much as we want it as gamers just next gen, the reality is we're still in that transitionary phase, right? There's still so many Xbox Ones out there. For them to abandon that this early in the generation, you really don't make that much money. So they got to get that back on that end. And then I said, maybe like the next Halo, that'll be next gen only. But this particular one, yeah, this is going to be a cross-gen choice. So I wasn't really surprised.
Hugger. What you think when the news broke? We just talked about this, and hindsight 2020. Really think about like, man, if they'd dropped the Xbox One version, what would that really have fixed? Because game design is going to be game design, regardless of the power that how system is. But it's coming out, Xbox One 2021. You got any thoughts about this at all?
First of all, our cameras are frozen on stream.
Really?
I don't know why. Just Lords is going, but
I'm moving.
I'm fine looking like a.
Oh yeah. We are frozen.
His snack attack is too much for this show.
I wonder why we're frozen.
Snack pack.
I'm doing it both.
I'm gonna take him for lunch and dinner.
Is the what about the gameplay? Is the gameplay going?
Gameplay's rolling.
Yeah,
it's just us.
Yeah, just
it happened to me, and I don't remember how I fixed it.
Interesting.
I don't know what it was. Because we're seeing each other on Discord. I think it could be the restream. Sometimes it's funky.
Yeah, because I'm looking at OBS
but
and
the
there's
audio
literally
is coming through.
There's literally no issues on. I could switch scenes. I could switch scenes really fast. And that didn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm moving in gameplay's moving for sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
oh wait a minute.
We talked about
we back.
Last.
Yeah. We good.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know what that was.
So I'm talking about.
So I don't think.
Stop
I think that was
stop our shine.
Right. No, I think it's you.
Hey, who you pissed off?
You came out here with your snack attack. It's you.
That's me. I'm doing it.
You fell from the vending machine, and you messed everything up. So we talked about this last week. If we believe that this should be a true next gen game after what the fallout with Cyberpunk is, and I say yes, but I also, like the good old Lord Snack Attack says, this is a transitionary game. It's got to be on both for, money's sake. Not everybody has a Series S and X. Most people will stick with their Xbox until, you got something other than fast bitch, roid bitch, and people are going to stick with their consoles.
And
so,
not
surprised at all. No, you go. Come on, this is a discussion. You snack.
We've seen much worse transitional periods though. We've seen much worse. If y'all remember, let me see. If you remember from PS2 to PS3, I have vivid memories of playing games from that time, and
that was rough.
Bad. Okay, so it was, even though it wasn't a great game on any system, Alone in the Dark. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
If you remember the difference between the PS2 version and the PS3 version, it was horrible. I would rather have the Cyberpunk. I'd rather have Cyberpunk on base PS4 than play Alone in the Dark in the state that it was in. If you remember Spider-Man, Web of Shadows, it was a complete different game on other systems.
Yes.
A complete different game. As if people wouldn't notice, we got the regular version and the Fisher Price version.
Yeah, facts.
I don't understand how we ended up with Great Value Spider-Man on a system that could have run the game. Because when you really think about it, it could have. A few graphical downgrades, bad ones, but it could have run in that same state. They developed two different games, just okie dokie. The point I'm making is, it could be a lot worse with the technology that we have now. We can actually, it's those corners are easier to cut at this point. So there shouldn't be
as long as they're honest.
Exactly.
It may not run well. It may not run as an Xbox Series X game, but it will run on your console, and you can enjoy the gameplay.
Right.
Yeah, just don't show it and lie.
That, I was just about to say that you on to something because at the end of the day, literally that's what got Jim Ryan and PlayStation in trouble with the whole generations talk. So that's why I felt it was even more so they're going to double down and still make sure that these versions come out and run at least decently. You know what I'm saying with the Cyberpunk thing, but they walk it back down because PlayStation got killed with the generations talk.
See, for me,
No lie, Your Honor.
for me, at the end of the day, what can save this version on the Xbox One is when we finally get the notion. Okay, you can play these particular games on your Xbox One via xCloud, because that'll kind of, as long as you got good internet, it'll kind of bypass the limitations of the console, and that'll kind of. And I'm not a technical wizard. I can't break this console down and tell you what can and what will not work. But something tells me that the people at Microsoft will at some point allow you to stream games from the Xbox or to the Xbox One, right? And whenever they upgrade the blades, because right now wouldn't do you no good because the current blades for xCloud is the Xbox One S, so you're only getting 720/30. So when they finally upgrade it to the Series X, by my small brain, I would assume that you'll be able to get, if you got good internet, you'll be able to play, 1080 60 or 1440 60 on your Xbox One via the cloud.
Factual.
You gotta be kidding me. I feel bad for anybody right now. I don't have a Series X, right? I still got the One X. But I'd be damned.
See, now I wish I had
If
tried.
I played
Okay,
anything on the Xbox One base right now. What you saying, D?
So they're testing. I haven't played it yet. I meant to try it out last night, and now I kind of wish I had. But they are testing like streaming Control on Switch,
Yes,
like a cloud-based version on Switch. I have not tried it yet.
I'll
But-
try it. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you.
Please share your experience,
Bro, it's funny you said that because I remember seeing the demo and I'm like, hold on, Control. I mean, I love my Switch, but I was like, how they gonna run that? No disrespect. Yeah, so I got it, and I'm like, oh, this is a streaming joint. So I downloaded. It's what you call it for 1080p. I mean, but actually up a 4K mode and ray tracing. And it ran smooth, and I'm like, and as a guy who plays xCloud a lot, I'm like, yo, this is comparable. So to see Switch kind of embrace that with technology that's far superior than the hardware in the actual console is definitely impressive. So Nintendo surprised me. They did that with Resident Evil. Now they're doing it with Control. So I agree with you, Dallas. I think this is something that I think Xbox has in mind for the base generation so that they don't get left behind on fidelity. If they have issues like Fame was saying, they can have that option to say, okay, you can now stream to console. But yeah, to see the Control version on the Switch ran extremely well. I was as long as you got good internet, no data caps, you're fine. You're good to go.
I know a lot of people
That's
believe
what we've been
That's how
talking
cross-gen should be working this time.
right? Well, we talked about this when PlayStation announced that they were doing that streaming thing, and it was on their servers and stuff. Like, okay, you can do that, but as long as the server tech is good, same what Stadia does, as long as it's good. We were talking to Trevor. We had him on, the week before. He plays Stadia, and for him, it's a reliable service. For most people, it probably won't be, but for others, as long as the tech that they're using is better than your tech, you're usually going to have a good time and a fine time. But if your tech is higher, it's not going to work. Like my PC, and probably Kev can agree with this, my PC and Kev's PC are way higher than anything that Sony has right now that is streaming their games to us. And it's not going to work.
Listen,
when they
I
upgrade,
still got my fat Xbox One. If you tell me that,
say yo fat ass.
yeah,
like, boy,
I still got the fat boy, right? I still got the fat boy, right? You tell me that if I don't have a Series X, because we know that's not coming to the Xbox One, right? But you can tell them, oh, it's coming to Xbox Series X, S, and xCloud. You telling me I can hook up Xbox Fat Boy and still play Hellblade at 1080 60, and I most likely you're going to hardwire that console, right? That's why would you get rid of your old? Because a lot of people ditched, like when Series X and PS5 came out, they was already selling them old joints. But if they can bring life into them, that's a game changer for those who maybe not necessarily want to go out and buy the Series X. Maybe not necessarily want to go out and buy a PC, but I can buy this Xbox One S for $100 from somebody and subscribe to Xbox Game Pass and be able to stream.
Bam. That's it right there.
And Microsoft got you. You don't have to come buy the hardware. You want to go buy old hardware from the pawn shop, go right on ahead. But by the way, if you want to play Hellblade 2 on that old piece of hardware, you need to have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Got him, coach.
Factual.
We got your back. All you need is the same money you spending on Netflix.
Well, what about the controller? Same controller, fam. Ain't nothing.
Factual.
Same controller. Like if
Got you.
If this is the long play that Phil Spencer's been talking about, it is ingenious because you can literally grab everyone. Because you can go to any pawn shop in America right now, find you an Xbox One, Xbox One S for $100, $110, and you go home and you have access to the Avoweds, to the Hellblade 2s, to the Perfect Darks, and you can play them at 1080, 60. Got them, coach.
Got them.
Because they got you in the ecosystem. They got you in the subscription. Oh, I can get 3 months for $1. Yeah, and once the games are rolling out like they believe they're going to be, once the 3 months is up, you probably not done playing that game, and the next game has to drop out. And guess what? Now you're paying $14.99 a month. That's the end game.
Think about
It'll be worth it.
because
It's a great break.
y'all are some old people here. I'm the youngest person tonight. Usually Demi's the young one. My good old 27 years of age. We got coming up. Just think, we have coming up confirmed. All the Final Fantasies are going to be out right now. There is 15, 7, 9, and 8 are out. And we have all the Yakuzas up to Kiwami 2 are available right now. All the Yakuzas, all the Final Fantasies are coming out. If that's just the type of game you want to play, it's justified to get Game Pass PC or Game Pass Ultimate, depend what you want, and stick with your old console as long as they upgrade the servers and all, whatever. Xbox, when we were wondering what the hell they were doing for a long time, this is what they were doing. They were building that network.
Factual.
They have a tidal wave to push. Where I've been a Sony girl. I grew up on a PlayStation 1 or grew up on an NES and SNES, PlayStation 1. Sony's got to, I don't know what Sony's going to do. Sony's got to step up. Yeah, they got the titles, but a title's only so much when I can sit on my PC, have Game Pass on and just be like, I'll just play a Game Pass game instead of firing up my PlayStation that sounds like I'm next to the Kennedy space station. Like, come on.
So, Lord, I want to ask you this. At what point, because to me, from what we're hearing, people are subscribing to Game Pass. People are staying subscribed to Game Pass. At what point, and we've heard some stuff. We had some people to come on to the podcast and after the show kind of spill us some beans. At what point do Sony say, we need to cut in on this pie? Because PS now ain't going to cut it. At what point do you think Sony gonna have to cut in? Like we gotta bite the bullet. We need to do this.
I think they're up there. They're cooking up on something because even when you get the PS5, I think the this new thing they offer in PS Collection is getting kind of impressive. And I didn't buy Days Gone in the PS4 generation, so for me to get my system and have the the PlayStation Plus and then to have this collection and I've got the God of War whatever and Days Gone ready to go on down. That's pretty impressive. So I think that's the start. Sony's always dip their toe in on something first before they kind of see what's going on as far as the market. But there's no doubt, and I believe even Jim Ryan recently, his comments was like he alluded to something as far as not a complete Game Pass model, but something along them lines.
They said they had an answer to it.
Right. So again, you're gonna have to, because at the end of the day, it's like you said, Faye. You said it beautifully. Like, this is about that subscription ecosystem. That's all Microsoft cares about. As long as they get you in there some way, and people have to get their minds. I know we're console people, and we come from that whole you got to have a console and the MPD and the sales, I get it. But that's one aspect. That the long play, like you said, fam, is that Game Pass subscription service. And just give you a point, like my boy who's not on console at all, he's on PC. Gears 5 Hardbusters came out. So I'm like, yo, fam, this is fire. Like, so we sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. We could play together. Cause I was like, you don't have Series X. I got Series X, but I got Game Pass Ultimate, which is free in. You got PC, you got Game Pass Ultimate, which is free in, and it's crossplay. We rocking and rolling on Gears 5 high busters crossplay. It's because he a Game Pass subscriber. He's lit and we're lit and we all playing together. So it's like that. That's the future, man. That's where they're going. It's genius. The cloud infrastructure, again, like you said, for the people who don't have the the newer hardware. Let's be real, it's hard to find this new hardware anyway. So if you got the, you know what I'm saying, the base console, you can still rock out. No one's getting left behind. I completely see the vision.
And for those, there's inevitably someone that says streaming isn't. I'll never, go on. Streaming isn't the future. We're not, saying that streaming is. It's always going to be a hardware.
Factual.
It's always going to be the case, right? I think by the time that's like a prevalent thing, we're probably we're old and we won't be doing podcasts. We'll be beyond that, right? But I think at some point, I think people got to realize that technology has advanced. Internet speeds are getting ridiculous now in a lot of places. Most people in the United States live in the area, and I know the world is bigger than the United States, right? Because you know what sucks? I'm gonna stop apologizing. I find myself like saying something, and I feel like I have to follow it up.
Than me, stop apologizing.
Every time I say something, I feel like I have to follow it up because it's always somebody. Well, it's bigger than the United States, and you didn't mention this. And it's always right. So I gotta stop doing that.
What you talking about?
I gotta stop doing
that.
Hey, know what you're talking
about. You're an honorary Canadian right now in Colorado, so don't even play.
Y'all treat me right so far, so I appreciate it.
And
we gotta appreciate that gaming is moving and it's not locked. I mean, nobody. We're probably gonna talk to Lord after this and give him some deets, but nobody suspected at first that one of the biggest selling titles, Horizon Zero Dawn, would ever go to PC. But it did.
Yep.
Things are changing. You can't be in that lockdown.
There's a lot more changes within that vein coming. And so, like, if you're mad about that, I don't know what to tell you. Look, man, I get it. Change is scary. We're old people ourselves. We understand. But at some point, you're going to come across something. I won't even tell you what you have to do. At some point, you're going to come across a game that you cannot help but play. At some point, you're going to get so hyped for something that you got to get your hands on that controller. Like, it's just a fact of being a gamer. So I guess at the end of the day, we don't have to do too much explaining because you're going to see for yourself.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't ever lied about nothing.
Before we get into the next topic,
yes, ma'am.
Let's drop
another code. Let's do that.
2 more codes.
2. Okay. Let's make both of these Xbox.
Because Hustle got the Xbox or the one we just dropped for PC Battletoads.
Copy.
Well, we're giving away Battletoads tonight. We've had the codes for a while, and we just old people forgetting about things all the time. My brain is fried half the time.
So let's see.
The biggest topic. And Dallas is probably gone to get himself some Cambodian titty milk. Weird man. He's going to be including this. Is Cyberpunk. There's a lot to cover with this Cyberpunk stuff. And we just dropped the Xbox code.
Banger.
I'm going to do one more.
So we got... We're going to try to talk about as much Cyberpunk stuff as we can because this is the final show and there might be a whole cluster fire to come back to next year. We have 1, 2 so far? 2, 3? I can't remember.
By the time we come back next year, it might be a completed game.
Oh,
wait.
Well, that's what Sony was saying.
Here's the key.
Probably take till February.
Here's the key with this whole Cyberpunk thing, right? Regardless of the bugs and issues and a bad PR it's gotten, after the recalculation of the refunds, they still sold 13 million copies.
Still did 13. Damn.
That's the worst part about it is these companies do this crap and they know it's crap and then they get away with it because they still get paid. So
there's a difference between a company like CD doing it and a company like EA. EA is its own entity. EA is EA. But CD Projekt Red is tied in with the Polish government. They're tied in with, they have a lot of investors, which has been the problem that we're seeing is if anybody who pays attention to outside of gaming news, this is like a Tati Westbrook, James Charles kind of like meltdown that we're seeing. We're putting up codes too. There's 2 Xbox, 2 and 1 Steam one. Let us know.
I got
if
2
you guys
more left.
snatch them up. We got 2 more codes, yeah. But yeah, this is a meltdown we haven't seen because we're seeing the investors have a viable class action lawsuit that they can file, and I don't know who all the investors is. There could be hundreds of people, silent investors, $1 each. You buy stocks and whatever. And we're seeing that the Polish government is looking at CD like, what did we do by giving you this money? Because now it's causing us more problems. Because it's different if the game just came out and it didn't work, but it came out, it didn't work, and then it was proven. Although they tried to backtrack it the next day, it's proven that they lied, and they said, we're sorry for lying.
We're sorry. We're sorry.
And we should all know as gamers, like just looking at the whole industry, if one of us mess up, it's everybody.
Facts.
It falls on all. It's like being black.
Yeah.
So straight up, like if one of us mess up, it's on everybody. So
Lord, I want to ask you this because this is where, and I have a Mad About Mondays coming up Monday, and I'm going to talk about this, but I want to get your thoughts on this because this irritates me.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to hear anymore. Vote with your wallet. Vote with your wallet. This game is vote with your wallet because Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red deliberately hid the console version of this game and still sold it. How do you feel, Cog, about this vote with your wallet? And like, are gamers like really as united with that as we say we are, or we just looking for clout on social media?
Yeah, I mean, what I realized, Fing? Like the social media is the loud minority.
Yes.
Like
You're
we
right.
think that this stuff really moves and people go and listen, and it really doesn't. I mean, and it's just like you got the same things happening over and over again. It's like Snipe said it perfect. Like at the end of the day, 13 million. This thing still, even with the refunds, and all that included, 13 million. So again, it goes to show like we talk a good game. But when it come down and Dallas said it best, when it's that game you like and you want, your ballrooms go out the window.
Yep.
That's just what facts. Now you already know, like that. I
was just about to say, I'm not gonna act like that about Cyberpunk Day 1. I'm not even gonna act like.
Exactly.
Here's another side to that.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Is you're so right. Vote with our wallets, but I have it on GOG PC. And I've had no issues. So I'm like, but I've had no issues. It's not a problem for me.
That's a you problem. That's a you problem.
Like I understand, but it's like, but I'm not having issues. It's like, I mean, we can go back to it. Fallout 76. There's a lot of people that didn't have issues with it. I don't know who, but a lot of people did.
I couldn't launch it on PC.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we uninstalled it that night too. I remember.
Couldn't launch it. I was like, oh, uninstall.
I'm not surprised you couldn't, honestly. That'd be a bit much for you.
It's not fair. Cog is right. It's not fair that they, and it's not right. I shouldn't say fair that they lied, blatantly lied.
It's the whole people are like, it's not a me problem. It's like somebody runs through your neighborhood, knocking on doors, stabbing everybody who opens their door. You happen to not open your door, and afterwards you find out, and you're like, I mean, it's kind of a you guys problem.
Yeah.
Like, I was fine.
But it's time to press charges. You ain't saying
that makes it okay. No, it doesn't.
Look,
okay. Just because you're not experiencing issues, you've got to be able to look at the bigger picture and say, I, as a consumer, should not be happy with how this was handled. It may not have impacted me directly this time, but it probably will next time. Or the time after that, and if we keep allowing this kind of behavior to happen, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to keep repeating itself because they're going to keep selling the games. And they're going to keep making money and be like,
like the Lord said.
But my bank account ain't hurting, so I'm okay.
Like the Lord said, when it's your game, Just like I relate this back to like when the Patriots were cheating. Patriots fans didn't, but let somebody else cheat.
Why are you calling me out, huh?
let somebody else cheat. Oh, I know.
Do I need to bring Steph A here to roast you with the Dallas Cowboys again?
Perfect. No, the Cowboys roast themselves.
Yeah.
We don't need no help.
That's true.
Perfect example of it here is what being vocal and identifying the problems can do. And I'm trying to look this up really quick so I can get my dates right here. Because what was it, 2 days ago, I think, if that they just did the version 1.05 patch for Cyberpunk that was supposed to address some bugs, things like that. Today, version 1.06 goes live. That quick of a turnaround. And I will tell you, if you read the patch notes for it, there's one reason and one reason only that turnaround happened so quick. And that's because some user that went to Reddit discovered that if your PC save file got over 8 megabytes, it corrupted your save file and it was not recoverable in any way, shape, or form. And when they brought this to Reddit and people started blasting the devs, like, why would you do this? Their responses were, oh, well, the game's meant to just like make a new character and play a different way. So just play that way instead. Like you're chastising somebody for liking your game enough that they want to craft a bunch of stuff and do a bunch of different things, so their item inventory gets so large. 8 megabytes? 8 megabyte limit. That's not a lot. Y'all okayed that, and then when it goes over that, all your save data is gone. Completely corrupted file.
That's a PS2 memory card. That's a PS2 memory card, my guy. Yeah, that's all the space you get is a PS2 memory card.
And then, that's not that much space at all. And it's an okay size save file. It's not that much space.
It's a PC, so it's not like this storage capacity is coming out of y'all's. I'm not storing this on your servers. This is on my machine. Why would you limit me to 8 megabytes? 1, and then 2, when I pointed out and we're naturally upset about it, why would you be like, just play the game different, start a new save file.
Solution,
don't pick up his stuff. Stop playing my game that way, dang it.
Quit playing video games so much. Get up. You ain't got no job. You ain't got nothing better to do. Go outside and play. Quit playing this game so much. Quit saving shit.
The version 1.06 hotfix, literally PC specific, is the only thing listed under here. Removed the 8 megabyte save file size limit. Note, this won't fix save files corrupted before the update.
Factual.
So it was something that was apparently that easy for them to fix. And because people were vocal about it on the internet, they turned around and did it really quick.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have let it ride for as long as they possibly could have. And that's just ridiculous.
Same, it's funny.
Oh, there she got it.
Pulled out
the PS2 memory. I told you, they gave you enough space for a PS2 memory card. It's like, this is all you get. This ain't enough. What they say, make it enough. It's like that $600 stimmy. Make it enough.
Isn't the game 92 gigabytes, and they want you to cram all that into one little 8 megabyte PS2 card? Cool. Not happening.
CD.
And it's like, I don't understand that the attitude of the responses is what surprised me the most. Like, I can understand if it was an oversight that somehow made it through the final checks and they're like, oh crap, we forgot to increase that limit or something. It seems obviously it was a pretty easy fix. They can, get to it. But the responses of, well, don't play my game that way. Like, stop collecting so many items. Stop crafting stuff. Go restart a new save file.
Don't play my open world game.
Literally.
Oh, man.
And it's an open world RPG. What's the first thing you're going to do? Loot everything in the room.
Everything.
As soon as you kill everything in the room, you loot everything in the room.
I could probably go back and watch the VOD for the first day I streamed it. I'm probably picked up like 4 ashtrays. Like the first one I might have grabbed by mistake, and the next 3 I was just like, I might need that. I don't know. I don't know what these are for yet. Let me go ahead and just grab a bunch of stuff.
At the end of the day, CD Projekt Red knew that gamers are full of crap, and they're going to buy a game regardless. They sent out a broken game, sold you physical copies, digital copies, and because they knew we are full of crap. And a game that we're anticipating, that we've been anticipating for so long, we're going to buy it no matter what. And that's sad. And that's what we're going into next gen doing, right? As we get ready to do our suggestions to get up out of here, that's what we're going into next gen. As people who will take anything, we will tell each other, we will spend with our wallets, we will tell each other we shouldn't buy this, you shouldn't buy that, you shouldn't buy this console, you shouldn't buy that console. But when it comes to a game that is broken for the most part on the base console, a console that it was made for originally, right? We go out and buy it anyway because, you know, I want to support CD Projekt frauds.
Well,
Red.
we also, when we bought it on those consoles, we were promised that it would run on those consoles. That's different.
Mhm.
We were promised that no matter what console you have, pro, base, whatever, it will run.
Hey, by some
But it
vague, legally supported definition, it will, quote unquote, run on those
Okay, you
consoles.
get-
Oh.
Well, that's what Sony was trying to do.
They legally supported
You
definition.
can take them to court; they'll win. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. They got CYA all day for that. But
If you get to the
I-
title screen, it
I
runs.
think I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this the No Man's Sky effect. And this is something that you're seeing more and more and more with games these days, and I hate it. And I don't know. It's going to be a process for us to break this chain, but we need to be better about not allowing these developers to put out unfinished games early. And that's on the developers for setting realistic timelines and expectations with their investors and with the fans, no matter how hard they may be. Because I know a lot of fans are stupid too. And then we got to be better about not buying into them and then letting them fix the game over the course of 6 months or 2 years. Because I think it took No Man's Sky 2 years before it was what they said it was going to be on day one when it
Before
dropped.
it's no longer alive.
And it's great that it's that now. And I'm tempted to go back and give it another try. Finally, I think my heart might have mended, and I'll give it another shot because I do want to play that game. And
It's
I wanna
worth
support
playing
that
now.
studio,
It's worth playing
but
that. It's transformative now. Like
you
it's
can't
not
do
even-
that to me anymore. You can't make me pay you full price for something that I won't get the full value out of for another 6 months to 2 years. And not with a video game, not with a product that you're trying to sell me. I ain't about
It's
that.
it's,
I'm with
it's
you
the
on
good the good enough effect. Good enough, send it
Yeah.
out. I think, you know,
And then we'll fix it. Yeah, we'll get there.
nothing to
eventually.
change until, you know, everyone stops having to keep up with the Joneses and buy everything day one. You don't have to buy every game day one. I canceled my pre-order for this before I knew about all this. I was like, I don't need this day one. I'm playing Yakuza 7. I got all these other games. We got to stop buying everything day one because we want to keep up with the Joneses. That has to
One of my
stop.
friends too. He did the vote with your wallet. He pre-ordered the collector's edition for Cyberpunk like way back when it was first announced. He moved since then to a new house, and out of all the addresses he updated for stuff, that was the one thing he forgot. He forgot to update the address on that. So they sent his pre-order to the old address. He was able to get a refund because it was delivered to the wrong place, and he was like, and I canceled it after that. He's like, after seeing all the crap that came out about it, he's like, no, I'm gonna wait. If I decide to play it, I'll play it a year from now when it's a finished product, hopefully, and it works the way it's supposed to.
Listen, I do want to say one thing about this podcast I love is that we get in, we put our pants on, we put our shirt on, we talk, and we go home. Sometimes I feel like I wish we can talk for whole another hour. I wish we can hold Lord Cognito captive and hold him hostage and just keep on talking all night, but unfortunately we cannot do that. But as y'all know, what we like to do at the end of the show is to give you guys a suggestion, something to watch or something to play, because that's gamers. We also like movies and anime and stuff like that. So we want to give you guys something that we are currently vibing with, or which has been last show of the year, something that you really vibe with throughout the year that you want to suggest somebody to play or to watch. So I do want to start with our guest here, Lord Cognito. If you can get a people something to play or something to watch, what you got for them?
All right, first of all, if you're into indie games and you're into, I want to say like a little bit of Inside, a little bit of Dark Souls. It's this little game that came out. It's called Unto the End, and I'm very proud of it. It's a husband and wife team. You know, I mean, their story. We had them with ILP. Their story is amazing. I mean, they were doing well. They were living in Canada, but they just had this dream to still make their own game. It came out. And they crafted this thing. It's on Game Pass, so you gotta spend that much bread if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? But it's on all platforms. It also came out with Switch. If you have Switch and you have PlayStation, it's called Unto the End, and it's a character about a wife and child, and he's just trying to make himself back home. Dark Souls like combat, very atmospheric storytelling. Not a lot of stuff telling. The game is very hard. You know what I'm saying? But the game wants you to explore. So check that out. Unto the End. That's one of them. And then for what to watch, it got to be that Mando season 1 and 2 catch up. Gotta get that Mandalorian in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the crates catching all the way up because everyone's telling me, Cog, if you do not watch this, we not talking. And I'm like,
I
all right,
haven't watched it yet
I'm on
either.
it.
We
Okay,
can't, 'cause
so
I'm gonna try to
let's go
spoil
back.
it. Like,
Hey,
no, like you need to watch it because we gotta talk about it.
I will
Yeah,
tell
that
you,
little.
the
Okay, babe. Okay, we
the
hit it.
Deliverance in the last episode of season 2, what they give to Star Wars nerds.
That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it's excellent. And I'm not even a Star Wars
I was
guy
impressed.
like that. I'm like a casual Star Wars fan. I like it, but I'm not like hardcore.
Casual.
So, Fred, me and you, we in the pocket. We in the
Yeah.
pocket, right?
That being said, y'all will still appreciate the hell out of it. And the way
You know
they
what?
set it up too, like the whole episode is like, oh man, woo! And then when it happens, you're like, the execution of it and everything, you're like, ooh, you guys got me. You got
got
me
it.
good.
You
That was
got
good.
me good. Woo! Yeah, that's literally what I'm hearing. So as a fan, as a person who respects the franchise, at least I owe it to watch this thing through. So I'm on my catch up right now. So yeah, those are the two I got right now.
Okay. Dallas man, what you got for the people this week, my guy?
So I'm just gonna have to jump in and say the same thing as Cog right now because he was right. Like I never really fancied myself a hardcore Star Wars dude. Like I like Star Wars well enough, but I was just not like I never thought I was that big a fan. But I'm a lore nut, so even for like games I don't play, if I'm not going to enjoy the gameplay, but there's a deep story, I'll jump into the lore. And Star Wars is one of those things. So I was picking stuff up all through season 1 and 2 that I was like, oh snap this, oh snap that. And then once you get through season 2, for one, in the end of season 1, leading into season 2, one of my favorite actors ever ends up in the show. And for 2, like you said, the way it ends, it's just it's too good. And then the implications of what happens is like, oh snap, this is actually something for the greater universe. This is the Iron Man of the Star Wars like show universe, because that's exactly what's happening. Okay, so that being said, needless to say, my first suggestion is The Mandalorian. Go watch it, because at some point I'm gonna spoil it for you. Just don't click on my next video or something if you don't want to know. That being said, I also want to give y'all, try to remember the name of the freaking show. You know what? We're not gonna go there. I just started an anime not too long ago, and I really like the concept, so I'm gonna have y'all watch it too. It's called Cells at Work, and
yeah,
it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a bunch of people. Like the town is a human body. It's basically Japanese Osmosis Jones, for the lack of a better word. It's Japanese Osmosis Jones. That's the best way to put it. Go check that out. Okay, one more. I'm gonna give you one more since I don't have a game right now. There's a YouTube channel that I really, really like because I'm into like history and stuff like that, like well-known people, successful people, how they got the way they are, and so on. So there's a channel called Biographics, Biographics, Biographics. Check that out. You will not be disappointed. It's this pretty in-depth, not too long, say 20, 30 minutes at the most, documentaries about different people all throughout history.
Okay.
Good stuff.
great channel.
My sister from another mister. What you got this week?
You gonna drop the last 2 codes we have, and then we're.
Oh yeah. Let's do that right now. I'm gonna drop the last 2. One Steam, one Xbox. I'll drop them right now as you give your suggestions.
And it's for Battletoads. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a big suggestions, and I even have a book for you guys because we are gonna be gone. This is the last show for the year. We will be back. A 2021. Yeah, I know.
What?
One of those things, with letters. Actually, this one is more of a manga.
Tweet?
Anyway.
Is it like a series of tweets?
It is. For movies, I'm going to say, if Cyberpunk isn't scratching that itch, Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner, the final cut is on Netflix. I haven't watched the new one, but I've seen sections of it. I'm not a fan of it. But Blade Runner with Harrison Ford looking all young, sexy, flexy, great. TV shows, The Witcher. Please go watch The Witcher before season 2 comes out. So good, and I will constantly apologize. And if I ever meet her in person, I will apologize to her face. The witch who plays Yennefer, I was ripping into her before the show came out, but she played an amazing Yennefer. I'm so sorry. You're beautiful, and you killed that role. For anime, Ghost in the Shell SAC 2045. That's like the 3D animated version or you can watch the Arise series. They're either good, but I've been having fun with that SAC series. For games, you guys know I like to give you an indie game, so I'm going to say Siberia. It's a very long series. They're point and click if you are like me, that like the DOS era point and click. So they have 3 games. Yeah, you know. See, Snack Attack knows what he's about.
You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
If you play Broken Swords, you'll mess with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay. Fair enough.
Siberia 1, 2, and 3 are 3 is okay, not the greatest, but 1 and 2 are amazing. Great art, great story, great voice acting. And for a big game, I'll say play some Doom Eternal. And if you want a mobile game, go play Gwent. And for the book, it's a manga. And you guys know it's the last show of the year. I can't help but mention Anthem, Strong Alone, Stronger Together. Great manga. I've been reading it hardcover. It's great lore to fill in what happened before the Cataclysm came in the game. Loved it.
Some Fort
And it's
Toss.
not very long.
Okay.
Four tosses, and it has characters that you do see in the game come through. So I think you will like it if you like Anthem and lore.
Fire.
Last but not least, our light-skinned it brother, Citizen Snips. What you got?
Oh, I thought you were about to say Dallas. Sorry.
He been throwing shade all night, low key, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is crazy because if I lean back, you can clearly see there's enough shade in this room for everybody.
I gotta try to remember what the hell I was even gonna say now.
Boy, I'm lucky we family around here, boy. we break bread together around here. You can tell.
Man,
Let's see. All right, so anime wise, do I have an old anime I can recommend for y'all? You know what? I do. This anime came to mind for me recently. I started rewatching it the other night. I won't say it's a super amazing anime, but it's one of those. If y'all have heard me talk anime before, I love 90s anime. I love that art style. Something about it. It's got that nostalgic feel for me. And even today, I still love the animation and the fact that it was all hand done back then. So these dudes were flipping pages, drawing every single motion. Just really cool.
Tell the young boys how it go. Yeah. Talk to them.
So I would say go watch Gungrave. Gungrave was an interesting one for me. I enjoyed Gungrave.
good choice.
You also go check that out for sure. I don't have a live action show because Mandalorian, Lord already said, but I do have a movie for y'all, and I'm gonna take it old school again. I'm a huge old school kung fu movie dude.
Oh,
my
bro,
old kung fu movies. If you haven't watched it before, go watch Return to the 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Go learn me some
Woo Bizzle.
kung fu. It's beautiful. The movie's got comedy. Go watch Return to the 36th Chamber of Shaolin. Excellent kung fu movie. Really, really great. And then as far as a video game, I've been playing Cyberpunk, and bugs and everything else aside, I want to save my opinions on that game for another time because I feel like that's a discussion, not something to just drop a bomb on y'all and walk away with. So for video game, I don't think I got anything, but I told Fame this the other day. Not only have I now knocked out Spider-Man from my PlayStation 4 backlog, which is my most embarrassing backlog. I got to say this quiet so people don't judge me. I finally finished God of War like a week ago.
I still haven't finished it, don't worry.
I was like 80% done for the longest time, and I never finished it. And then I finally went and finished it. Really good game.
Nice.
Like, don't detract from the fact that it took me forever to beat it as it was bad or boring in any way, shape, or form. My free time for gaming is so limited. When I do it, I'm usually on my PC anyway, so I just play something on my PC, and I knock it out for an hour or two, and then I'm gone. But if you haven't played it, if you haven't finished it, do it. You will not be disappointed. Really great game from start to finish. Story-wise, gameplay-wise, mechanics-wise, combat-wise, it hit everything really, really well. Awesome, really well-made game.
So I'm gonna be really, really quick, right? So my suggestions, I have no game suggestions, but y'all got me in the mode of talking about older animes, and one anime that I want to bring up, and Dallas flipped it for me musically not too long ago, is Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon busts in so many ways, and the reason I bring that up is I also want to give a suggestion for those who have a small child or daughter in particular, like myself. A suggestion for them to watch if you want to get them into animes and that sort of Sailor Moon style is Ladybug. My daughter watches Ladybug, and it's in that Sailor Moon style, anime style.
You were gonna say Card Capture Sakura.
No. So if you have my daughter's 5, you have a 5-6-year-old, you want to kind of sort of ease them into anime, on Netflix, have them watch Ladybug, and they're gonna be hooked. My daughter is, and now I'm really gonna start busting her down with this anime. Second suggestion is something that's not even out yet, but something I want you guys to do. On Christmas, Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman movie comes out on HBO Max. Watch it on HBO Max, because I'm telling you, I've been saying it for a while. This is the wave. Watching movies at home, brand new, day one, through these subscription services that we all have. That is the wave, and I want that to continue. So don't go to the movies, be unsafe. You don't have to. You can watch Wonder Woman at home. Movie theater popcorn is overrated. You can buy that stuff at any store and enjoy your popcorn and be safe. You have to put pants on. You can be safe at home with your family. So my suggestion, you don't have to, but watch Wonder Woman on HBO Max. For those who don't have HBO Max, find a friend in Discord.
Real talk.
Listen, I want to give a big shout out and big thank you to Lord Cognito for coming through and rapping with us today, man. It has been a pleasure. Go ahead, Snips.
I'm sorry, I messed up one game that you should go back and play as well. Go play some Destiny 2. I'm not on the Lord's level, but I do have to say,
it's the dawning event right now.
Some of my friends were kind enough to Sherpa me through Deepstone Crypt the other night, so I've completed it for the first time. Awesome raid, ton of fun. It's not even, as I understand it, mechanic-wise, it's relatively easy compared to some of the raids that have come out before. So it's a great one to jump into and get your feet wet, and it's a lot of fun playing it with your friends and a team that's working together. So do that.
Yes, do that.
On the screen, you guys can see Lord Cognito. We have his Twitter handle up there. Make sure you guys go give my man a follow. Follow the Iron Lords podcast on Sundays. If you're not at church, because even though you should be, and your mom will whoop you for not going, listen to the Iron Lords podcast, baby. You can be at home, or if you in church and the pastor going on too long, listen. Lord Cognito and the guys got you covered. That's the word right there. Iron Lords podcast every Sunday is the Lord's Day. I'm telling you right now, not just on Sunday. It's probably the best podcast going on right now. Period.
Thank you.
True.
Period.
Brother, that means a lot to me.
Period. And I want you guys, make sure you guys support them. Make sure you guys support log.net. Those guys over there have been busting their butt, putting out some great content. And Lord Cognito, we hope to get you on the podcast soon. Again, we need to go and get David over here too. Come out and wild out and have a good time. I want to appreciate everybody in the chat that was rocking with us today. Hustle, as usual, being a pseudo level 1 gaming family. I don't know when we're going to have him sign his contract. He might as well at this point. Hustle. Bro.
Get on here. Crazy. It's fine.
Hustle and motivate. Be out here hustling and motivate.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
It's aptly named.
So,
yeah, I like hustle, man.
If you are blessed to be around family, make sure you guys give them a nice big hug. It is Christmas, man. Sometimes everyone's so focused on gifts, we forget about the gifts that we are giving us as our wife and our children, our mothers, our fathers, our brothers and sisters. You never know, this might be your last Christmas with them, so feel free to give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Be safe out here. COVID is a monster. I want you guys to stay clean. We're going to get us to 2021 and have a better year. And with all that said, congratulations. You guys leveled up to 136. This was the Double XP podcast. We will see you guys in 2021. It has been real. Lord, once again, thank you for rocking with us. And we are out of here. Peace.
사랑해, 여러분.